Clash of Clans is a game filled with decisions, from early beginnings all the way to Town Hall 16. While some decisions have no effect on the gameplay, others seem to be quite the opposite, even if they don't seem that way initially. Here are the top 9 worst decisions in Clash of Clans. Number 1. One of the worst decisions that many players unfortunately make early on in their Clash of Clans journey is the removal of the stones. When you first load up your new village, you're greeted with a cluttered, messy base filled with trees, bushes, and rocks. Naturally, you want to clear it up, and so you start saving up your precious resources to remove these obstacles, unaware that most of them are worthless except for the stones. At this stage, many of us don't even have enough gold to remove these expensive rocks right away. It feels like the game is subtly trying to make new players think twice before clearing them. However, being new to the game, most players likely assume that the stones will regenerate over time, just like the trees and bushes. But when they realize they won't, it leads to a regret that lingers for the rest of their Clash of Clans lives. It's a mistake that only becomes obvious after it's too late. Number 2. Speaking of removal, we can't ignore the topic of obstacles. These decorative items may seem like clutter at first, but they're a lot rarer than many players realize. While regular obstacles like trees and bushes come and go, the special edition obstacles are a different story. As shown on screen, these rare items can spawn for various reasons, whether it's for Clashmas, Clashoween, anniversary celebrations, or other special in-game events and collaborations. They're a fun touch that brings in a unique flair to your village, but what most players overlook is just how scarce and valuable they can be. For those of us who have been playing Clash of Clans for a long time, I'm sure we can all recall the moment we first obtained one of these rare obstacles. Whether it was a cool anniversary cake or a spooky Halloween tree, it felt special at the time, but many of us probably didn't think twice about removing it. After all, clearing it would free up space and give us some sweet resource compensation, right? It seemed like a win-win. Little did we know, this would turn out to be one of the biggest regrets we'd have in the game. Fast forward to today, and we're constantly being flexed on by those patient players who've saved every single special decoration known to mankind. Their bases are decked out with rare obstacles, showing their dedication, while we sit there wishing we hadn't been so quick to hit the remove button. And let's not forget the frustration of those little presents that used to spawn randomly around the holiday seasons. They were just as much of a hassle to avoid clicking on. Number 3. Clash of Clans is a mobile game, which means you can play it practically anywhere, and with that convenience comes the irresistible urge to pull out your phone and jump into your village whenever you get a spare moment. Whether you're in class, a college lecture, or even in a meeting, we've all been tempted to sneak in a quick game. After all, there's always something that needs upgrading, a base that needs defending, or an attack that just can't wait. But what most of us forget in these moments of temptation is one crucial thing: our volume. Whether it's halfway up or barely noticeable, the volume setting doesn't matter, because unbeknownst to us, the Clash of Clans intro sound might just be the loudest noise known to mankind. One tap on that app and suddenly the familiar horn blast echoes through the room louder than you ever thought possible. This, of course, results in a very unfortunate sequence of events, but the damage has unfortunately already been done.
Down to level 12. Sleep.
Number 4. Aside from the locations where you play, there are many different ways to enjoy Clash of Clans. Some people take their time, savoring the game as they slowly develop their base as a fun pastime. Others, however, prefer to speed things up, sometimes a bit too much. Whether you rushed your base yourself or made the mistake of handing your phone to a younger cousin who didn't quite grasp the game, rushing is easily one of the worst decisions you can make. While strategic rushing can be beneficial in certain cases, it's highly unlikely that as a toddler you would understand this nonce approach. The result? You're left with a messy, unbalanced base that's not exactly easy to fix. But hey, look on the bright side, you've made it all the way to Town Hall 16, right? Number 5. Trying to catch up and upgrade your base quickly, you suddenly remember that several of your heroes still need upgrading. In a rush, and realizing you finally got enough resources, you put them down for upgrades, completely unaware that your clan leader is about to place you in Clan War League. I'd be lying if I said this hasn't happened to me too. Time and time again, I find myself attacking or defending without any heroes. But the real kicker is the aftermath, the look of disappointment or frustration from your clan leader when they realize you've gone into battle without your heroes ready. Number 6. No matter what town hall you're at, gems are one of the most valuable and scarce resources in Clash of Clans. They're notoriously hard to come by, but once you've got them, they open up a world of possibilities, speeding up building progress, buying magic items, training troops, and so much more. Yet, many players overlook just how limited these precious gems really are. Whether you handed your iPad to your little brother or went on a gem spreading spree yourself, one of the worst decisions is burning through them to rush a random building because you were too impatient. This leaves you in a tough spot later when Supercell releases new content, like a powerful piece of equipment or a shiny Archer Queen statue, and you realize you've drained your gems with nothing left to show for it. Number 7. Clash of Clans is one of the older mobile games still thriving on the Play Store. Many of you have probably played the game years ago, built up a solid base, and eventually stopped playing out of boredom or when other games caught your interest. However, with the recent surge of people returning Clash, it brings back memories of that old Town Hall 10 base you worked so hard to upgrade, and how determined you were to max everything out. You remember the pride you had in your village, the countless hours spent farming resources, and the excitement of unlocking new troops. But as you come back and try to recover your account, a sinking realization hits. You never linked it to your Supercell ID. You frantically go through old email addresses and passwords trying to log in, only to discover that without that Supercell ID, your old account is likely lost forever. All those hard-earned trophies, the rare decorations you've collected over the years, and the time you've invested are gone in an instant. It's a harsh reminder of just how important it is to secure your game accounts, especially in games like Clash of Clans, where players invest years of progress. Now being able to recover your village feels like losing a piece of your gaming history, and you're left with a bittersweet feeling of starting over from scratch. Sure, it's a fresh start, but nothing compares to the nostalgia and pride of your original base that's now just a memory. Number 8. Although Clash of Clans now offers numerous events and features that can keep the average player entertained for hours, it wasn't always this way. In the earlier versions of the game, Clash of Clans felt much more basic and even a bit stale at times. There were no clan games, clan war league, builder base, or even clan capital to dive into. Because of this, it wasn't uncommon for players to log in sporadically, playing for a while, and then taking long breaks. The game lacked the variety and excitement that today's players enjoy. Unfortunately, many longtime players have held onto this off and on gameplay style, only logging in for a few days before disappearing for months at a time. This results in missing out on numerous fun and useful events, which can significantly enhance your progress. Seasonal events, for example, often offer special challenges, rewards, and limited time decorations or skins that can really boost the gameplay experience. And let's not forget about the Unlimited Heroes events, which dramatically shifts how players strategize. It's especially frustrating when you log back in after a long break, only to realize that an event is about to end with just one day left. Missing out on exclusive skins, rare decorations, or powerful magic items because of irregular play can leave players feeling like they've missed major opportunities to advance their village or make their bases more unique. So, while the game now offers so much more, staying consistent is key to fully enjoying all that Clash of Clans has to offer. Number 9. Although you might not regret this mistake forever, but one of the worst decisions you can make in the heat of the moment is clicking attack in a war battle when you realize you didn't fill up your clan castle. I can't stress enough the amount of times I forgot that I have nothing in my clan castle, and sometimes the realization strikes a little too late. There are many times where I'm even expecting something to pop out of my siege machine, but nothing's there. The icing on top, however, is when there are several players spectating you, especially when they are from your own clan. That's been 9 of the worst decisions that you can make in Clash of Clans. Let me know anything I missed in the comments and I'll make a part 2. Peace out and take care.